The voices in this video were created using AI tools and do not represent their real-life counterparts in any capacity. This video is purely for entertainment and satire purposes only. Hey guys, welcome to a special episode we decided to do here. This time around, we're going to be taking on a random challenger in the Pokemon trading card game on mobile phone. It's called Pokemon TCG Pocket if you haven't tried it out yet.
Ever since this came out, I've had a lot of fun battling online. Card collecting and noob smashing has become a favorite pastime of mine.
Same here, George. What kind of deck do you run?
I've been real partial to my Articuno EX deck. It's carried me through some tough times.
Really? Articuno? Your deck wouldn't stand a chance against my Dragonite deck.
I mean, yeah, that's uber potential, but the setup gets you beaten as much as it gets you the win, doesn't it?
Not exactly. I've been able to pull off victories fairly reliably with it. It's all about what you use while you set up. Jigglypuff with Sing is great for it.
That makes sense. How about you, Joe? What deck are you running?
I started up a Miyu/Celebi X deck, but it's not quite fleshed out.
Nice. Oh, hell yes, this is a starting hand I can work with.
Yes, the point of view of a greasy Moltres and Charizard deck user. Time to see all my claims justified.
Sounds like someone's being sour.
Not even, just being realistic is all.
Well, this deck you're running makes my Articuno deck look like Play-Doh.
Of course it does. Your deck was only good before Mythical Island came out. Now, the only thing from Genetic Apex that's any good anymore is the Mewtwo deck.
It isn't even that, and you know it, Barack.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that's going to stop this Charizard deck. Ironically, Celebi is one of its best contenders right now.
It's always a battle between Celebi and Charizard, that's true. I require Moltres and my evolutions for Charizard, and you require Celebi and evolutions for Serperior.
You guys are talking about events that are unfolding right before our very eyes. Are you sure you're not this Eastern character that Barack is battling Joe?
Nah, that ain't me. Hey, Barack, what's with the Chatot? I thought you'd be running a Kangaskhan.
That's what you thought, but you thought wrong. Chatot is good for recycling my hand for something better if I don't happen to like what I get.
Jesus, Barack. See, this is what I mean. Your first turn with energy and your Charmander is already set up for when you can evolve it into a Charizard. And you didn't even get as much energy as possible.
It does seem a bit overkill, that's for sure.
Aha, hey, Barack, this guy is going to force your Charmander into play. He should have held off at least another turn before doing that so he could take it out with Celebi.
Or maybe if he was running a Jigglypuff with Sing.
Yeah, they really did make a mistake there. I mean, so did I in having evolved my Charmander there, though. Now I've got to spend that extra energy to swap Moltres back in.
Why don't you just go in for the attack instead?
You know what? You're right, George. I've got this in the bag. Either way, I'm taking out one of his Pokemon next turn. Best thing for him to do is let that be this Snivy here. If he throws Celebi out, he's doomed.
You keep acting all high and mighty, Barack, and I might have to take you down a couple steps with my Celebi deck. I won't let some Randy tarnish the deck's reputation.
Your Celebi what? What are you trying to say, Joe?
Celebi deck, frickin' deck with an Eat Donnie.
Jesus, Joe. What's gotten into you today?
You must have had some kind of faith this guy wouldn't flip two heads on you to keep Charmeleon out like that.
It's a bit of faith and a bit of reliability. What happens here is either this guy swaps out Celebi, giving me another free kill, or he keeps the Onion Fairy in and loses. Either way, I have no chances of losing since he wasn't able to flip two heads.
Poor guy, I feel his pain. This Charizard deck is crazy OP.
I was low-key rooting for this guy too, since he's running the same deck as me, pretty much.
There's a good chance he doesn't have Mew in there. Two Celebis and two Serperiors take up enough monster slots, don't they?
That's what I meant by not fleshed out. I don't have a second Celebi yet.
And that's the game. This soft boy had no chance of defeating my Fire Hazard deck.
As much as I hate the deck, that actually looked pretty fun to play. Dragonite is great, but relying on coin flips to get that set up hurts my soul sometimes.
I feel that whenever my Misty card doesn't work out as well as I need it to.
All right, let's take a look at the stats here. I want to see what kind of damage you did, Barack.
That's too easy, Joe. I only got 2 attacks in, one at 80 and the other at 220. It made for a measly 300 attack victory on this unsuspecting foe.
And the turn count only got to 6-2. Getting Dragonite set up is literally impossible by turn 6. If Dragonite wasn't my favorite Pokemon, I'd be so tempted to immediately switch.
It's all good, Donald. You get mad respect for running the Pokemon you like, even if it's not the meta.
Thanks, dude. I look forward to seeing how the rest of our decks work out against the online community.
Hey guys, thanks for watching me swiftly eliminate that person's Celebi deck. They didn't really even stand a chance, did they? I almost feel bad, but that's the way the cookie crumbles in these games. I hope you enjoyed that, and even more so, I hope you have a great night.